Okay, I think this is working now, finally. So welcome everyone. This is my first Facebook Live on the Fit Geek Boutique page. What I'm gonna do tonight is show you how I do my meal prep. That's one of the biggest questions that I get from people is just what do I do, what do I make, that kind of thing. So the last 2 months I've really been, kind of taking it easy. It's been the holidays and I broke my foot and I go to the doctor tomorrow and I'm fully expecting him to clear me medically for my foot tomorrow. So I'm just ready to get back on track. And so I wanted to just show you guys how I'm making barbecue cauliflower and carrots. So I found a recipe and I had posted it on the Fit Geek Boutique page a couple of weeks ago. And it was for barbecue cauliflower, barbecue cauliflower and chickpea tacos. So there was a video, but then there was a link to the recipe in that. One of my hugest pet peeves with recipes and blogs is when you have 8,000 pages of here's how I felt when I was making the recipe, and this is how wonderful this is and how wonderful that is. Just get to the recipe, and I just want to know how to do it. So anyways, we're gonna get to the point. So what we're gonna make today is barbecue flavored cauliflower and cucumbers along with chickpeas for some protein in there. So I have my oven preheated right now to 375, and what I did was I went through my refrigerator and found that I have some carrots that need to be used up, and I also have a little bit of cauliflower that needs to be used up. So that's why I'm using that. You'll hear Cole in the background, he's my doggy. So what I'm gonna do is first, just going to wash off the celery or the cauliflower here. Okay, so I got that nice and washed off. I'm gonna grab a knife. I'm just gonna chop it up into bite-sized pieces. And while I'm chopping, Cole shows up. You can't see him, but he is on the floor waiting for me to drop stuff, because that's what I do, drop things. Looks like there's some bad spots on this cauliflower. Today's probably the last day I need to use it up, so I might pull out some of these pieces out of here. These up. Cole's waiting patiently. Probably just give him a little chunk. Here you go, Cole. He's so funny. He keeps the floor clean. And so I got all these chopped up. And then what I'm going to do, that one does not look good. What I'm going to do is just make sure they're in bite-sized chunks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a bowl. Got a bowl here that I'm just going to put the chunks of cauliflower in. Throw this down the disposal. Okay, rinse that off, and then I'm going to throw in a couple of carrots. Like I said, these really just need to be used up. These look okay still, so it looks like I didn't get cut anything off. Wash those up nice and good. Cole really likes carrots. He likes them cooked though. They're a little easier to eat when they are cooked for him. And I actually, you know what? I just thought of this. I have this thing. It's like a cutting board and a knife all in one. This thing right here. One of my friends does Facebook Lives all the time of what she's making for dinner. And I don't know, she had this, so I thought I would try it. It's kind of weird. It's got like a cutting board on there. And so you can cut the carrots right up. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. And so I'm just chopping it up right into the bowl. Bite-sized chunks again. Some are a little bigger than others, and that is okay. Nothing fancy here. It's real life. It's not Pinterest. And so then what I'm going to do is, see, that's quite a bit of cauliflower and carrots. Probably need a little bit of a bigger bowl. I don't know what it is. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some garbanzo beans or chickpeas for the protein. I don't normally use canned beans. I only use them really when I don't have any made. And I usually make them in the Instapot. I just been traveling and I just got back and I don't have anything made. So canned beans it is, but what I do is I buy the low sodium beans, but then what I do is I put the beans in like a strainer, just like this, and then I can rinse them out really good. Get as much of the, the canning solution and the sodium off of there. And I just shake it a little bit. And as you're rinsing it off, it'll kind of foam up a little bit. I just keep rinsing it until that foaminess goes away. Okay. And then I'm just going to pour that in here as well. So then the recipe calls for cumin, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, chili powder, coconut sugar, smoked paprika, and then black pepper. I have all that stuff, and you can use all that stuff, and I will, I'll post the recipe in the page here. I just heard a noise. I'll post a recipe in the comments when I'm finished here, but I have this Arizona Mexican style seasoning mix. You can see that. I got it at a flea market here in Phoenix, but it's just basically a blend of all that stuff that I just explained. So it was 1 teaspoon of each, so it ends up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like about 3 tablespoons total. But I'm just going to guess because I didn't really necessarily follow the recipe for the carrots and for the carrots and the cauliflower. So I've got this here, which is it's not labeled. This right here is 1/8 of a cup. So we're gonna go with that. Sounds good. So then what I'm going to do, you're not really supposed to be doing this over the food in case it all spills in, just like it just did, but that's okay. We like a little spiciness. Then we need to put in a little bit of olive oil, I believe it was. Yeah, 1 teaspoon of olive oil. It's not a lot. It's just enough to get the sauce or the spices to stick. So pour that in there. And I'm just going to take 2 spoons here and just mix everything up. So the recipe said to do this right on the baking sheet, but I don't know. This would probably work really good if I used a bigger bowl and then I put a lid on it and then just shook it up. Like I do that with salads all the time. But like I said, not knowing exactly what I was using for quantity, it was difficult to decide what size bowl I needed. And just mix and mix and mix, and it smells heavenly. So then you can put it on a cooked or a sprayed cookie sheet, but I bought these baking sheets. I just bought them. These things are here, I just bought them off Amazon. So I posted a recipe for like natural fruit roll-ups, and you cook them on the baking sheet. So I bought them for that, but you can use them for just about anything. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spread this out. Got some junk stuff in it. So this will be about 2 meals for me because of my portion sizes. So this would be good for like tomorrow for lunch and then Tuesday for lunch. Sometimes what I'll do is if I'm in a rush, I'll make enough meals for the day, and sometimes I do repeat meals because, you know, well, it's real life and people get busy and that sort of thing. But so what I'll do is this will be enough meals for 1 meal on Monday and then 1 meal on Tuesday. And then what I'll do is tomorrow night for dinner, I don't need to eat yet tonight. So normally what I would do is I would eat 1 portion of this for dinner, and then the second portion of it would be for lunch tomorrow. And then tomorrow night what I would do is make another meal, and then however much I make, I can split it out to see how many meals I can get out of it just based off my portions of what I need to eat. So that's what I would do. So you can see here, I got it all just spread out. You can see it there. It's all just kind of spread out. So I'm going to put it in the oven for, let's see, I think about 20-25 minutes just to roast it. So I set the timer for 25 minutes. I'm not going to keep you guys on here for that long, but I will post a picture when it's done. It says to flip once about halfway through, about 12 minutes through. I'll just kind of, you know, stir it a little bit. And then the second part to the recipe is like a dressing, and it calls for coleslaw. You can make this into like a salad or like tacos, that kind of thing. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to eat it just how it is. I have some lettuce that I'll probably mix with it to make it into a salad. But the dressing calls for mustard, maple syrup, apple cider vinegar, celery seeds, salt, black pepper, water, and then lime. What I'm probably just going to do is when I'm ready to eat it, I will cut up half an avocado and put the avocado on top of it. And then I've got some lime here that I will squeeze the juice of some lime just to give it a little bit of tartness to it. And I'll have myself a nice lunch. So when this is finished, I will post a picture in the comments, and I'll let you guys know how it tastes. And join me again. I'll be doing these, you know, quite frequently as I'm doing my meal prep, just to share the things that I am doing so that you guys can learn and get some ideas. I know it's been helpful for me for other people that have been doing these kinds of videos, and I just wanted to be able to share the things that I'm learning too. So I will talk to you guys later.